Back in about November or December, when I first started really turning this space into a full-blown 3D print farm and I guess miniature studio for filming stuff, we had this one problem. That guy. That is my very well-used Mac Toolbox that, well, let me show you. So before I open this thing up, just brace yourselves, okay? You can already see what the mess we're working with. Yeah. This thing's nearly impossible to find the stuff that you're looking for. In fact, I've got, I don't know how many different variations of Allen keys, drill bits, and I can never find the one that I'm looking for. And if you can imagine why, it's a disaster. And this whole cabinet is just like that. So today we're gonna fix that, and we're gonna fix it with Gridfinity. Way back in November or December when I first got the idea of starting this little project, I printed out a whole bunch of Gridfinity plates. So the base plates, pretty much done, taken care of. What I didn't print out though was all the little attachments that we're actually gonna need to make this thing work. So that's what I've got going on now. We've got the P1P, the 5M, not this guy yet, but gotta get that loaded up with filament. A1 Mini, another A1 Mini, the 5M Pro, and I've got another A1 Mini upstairs that's printing out one of the many pieces that I'm gonna need for this project. This is a long one. This is gonna take a fair amount of time to actually get the stuff printed out and figure out exactly where things need to be laid out, but I'm already on to a good start. So the P1P is currently in the process of printing out the Allen key holders, Allen wrench holders. This is a container for some of those longer drill bits that I have that just obviously can't stand up in that toolbox, so they're gonna get laid down. We've got some bigger bins here for some of the stuff in the second and third drawers, such as hinges and furniture drawer pulls. This one is currently working on drill bit storage, so actual, drill bits for drilling into wood and stuff. And then the 5M Pro is printing out, I guess what we'll call our actual drill bits for the impact driver. So flathead, Phillips head, Torx head. That's one of my biggest hurdles is I've got so many of those just drill bits, the Phillips heads and the Torx bits. Every time you buy a big box of screws or anything like that, you get another bit, so they just kind of accumulate. And I don't get rid of them because I tend to lose things quite a bit, but that thing has got to get fixed. So that's what we're starting on today. I definitely want to make a camera storage bin too, or I guess a camera storage drawer. I've got 4 batteries for the Canon that I'm recording on now, microphones for it, cold and hot shoe adapters for the top of it. I've also got my DJI Osmo gimbal thing for smartphones that I want a storage spot for. I've got batteries for these little lights here. These things pop on and off and kind of get docked in that little charging station there. And you can see I've just got, battery chargers kind of spread all throughout this place. So I'd like to get them a little bit more organized, and I'm thinking I can probably run a wire or something, maybe even put them on the top of that toolbox when everything is all said and done. I just need a better spot to store all of the camera stuff. I've got spare lenses, the lens caps, adapters for some of the lens stuff, another set of batteries for this camera. It's kind of just spread everywhere, and it's becoming a bit ridiculous. On a cool note, perfect timing to get these things off of the 5M Pro and get some more files sent on down to this machine. Now, ABS is entirely unnecessary for a Gridfinity bin, in my opinion anyways, but it's what the 5M Pro's got loaded into it, and it prints it so well. I've really been enjoying printing with ABS lately, and that's, I think, thanks in part to the Hatchbox ABS that I've been using. I've tried some other brands. Sunlu's been working okay, but the Hatchbox has really been taking the cake on this one. And I guess on another note, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the bench grinder and the little bench disc sander thing. Obviously, they should go out into the wood shop. I just don't have a good spot for them right now, so they're probably just gonna get taken off of there and thrown somewhere else, to be honest with you. As I alluded to before, this machine needs some filament in it, so we're not wasting time. Kind of feeling this stuff. This is Elegoo's matte PLA. Matte PLA in like this dark navy blue. We almost unspooled the thing. That would have been miserable. For those of you wondering what this thing is, I did a little video a while back where I printed out some glow-in-the-dark filament. This just happened to be one of the things that I printed. It's just a replacement cover. This one comes off of the machine and you can snap this one onto there. This part here glows in the dark, so if you have all the lights off, it looks pretty cool. And then of course, being a Apple user, Mac fan, I printed out this little cover for the Mini. That is a representation of an original Apple Macintosh, so I thought that was a pretty cool design. So as I mentioned before, I think this is gonna be a fairly long process of getting everything printed out. Some of these parts are pretty quick, like 45 minutes to an hour, if that. The longest one that I've sent so far is on the P1P right now, and that is for all of the little Allen keys, because I sent 2 of them. I've just got so many of the Allen keys to get organized. I wanted to make sure I had at least enough for 2 sets. Now, if I end up actually having all of the proper sizes to fill one of the bins, that'll blow my mind. So I think I'm gonna come back in a little while when we've got a few more things to start organizing at least. Okay, so it's been about 24 hours or so. I've got a whole bunch more that I have to get printed out, but in the meantime, we can't do anything with the toolbox until the toolbox is cleaned out. So let's dive down that rabbit hole. Okay, so for the majority of the stuff in the toolbox, it's just gonna end up in the trash. Mainly speaking about, well, this stuff's not gonna go in the trash, but it's also not gonna stay up here. What I'm really talking about is, well, I guess that drawer is not a good representation. What I'm mainly talking about is stuff like this. What are even these? What the hell is even that? You kind of get my point. Most of the stuff, we're just gonna pull it all out of here. We'll see what happens when we get it out of here. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes or so, but I got all but one drawer cleared out. The bottom drawer is gonna take a little bit of finessing. We'll talk about the bottom drawer later. Gotta figure out a spot for it. A lot of this stuff is gonna end up getting a bin, a Gridfinity bin, but I had to get it all out of there just to figure out exactly what I had. Stuff like this, I did mention before, is gonna get put in its own Gridfinity bin area. This is to a Festool domino that I no longer own, so this should probably go to my buddy Wayland, who bought that from me. You know, random connectors for lights, Wago connectors for electrical stuff. I do want to have like a dedicated electrical drawer, but I haven't quite figured that one out yet. So yeah, this stuff still needs to find a spot for it. But aside from that, every one of these drawers, again, aside from the bottom drawer, which we'll figure out later, all of them are cleared out. And I've got a spot up top here, which I think I'm gonna use for the camera stuff. For this drawer, I'd like to keep my bits in it like I had before. So I've got, you know, stuff like this that obviously all this is gonna fit within the Gridfinity system. Things like the Allen keys, drill bits, my digital calipers and stuff like that. Wrenches will probably end up in drawer 3 or 4, but like I said, I've still got quite a bit to do. We've got a fair amount of work ahead of us. So now one thing I do need to figure out is how many of these base plates are actually gonna fit into each drawer, because that'll give me a little bit better understanding of if I need to print out a whole bunch more of these. But for the time being, this will at least let us see how many plates we're working with. So it does look like I'm gonna need a spacer up front here, but that should work out perfect. Now, I guess the drawer does open all the way, so I have full access all the way in the back. but I also don't want these wiggling around. So I might print a spacer for the back side. I can already tell I'm gonna need a lot more of these. But yeah, we've got about 1.5 inches in the back there, plus there's these little cutouts that you may or may not be able to see. And looks like I'll also need a spacer for the left side or right side that's about 1 inch. So there is a fair amount of these that go into here, so I'm gonna have to print out a boatload more of these if I'm gonna do this for every drawer. Okay, so making a lot of progress. Obviously, still a lot more to go. I've used up the majority of these base plates though, so I need to print out a whole bunch more of them for some of the other drawers. But not looking bad for 15 minutes worth of work, or 15 minutes worth of organizing, I guess. Now, like I mentioned, the whole plan for the top up here is gonna be for, you know, things like extra lenses for my camera, extra cameras, and batteries, chargers. So this top area won't end up getting used all that much, I guess. But I also want to keep SD cards and stuff like that up there. I guess for starters, we can at least get the stuff up there. You know, the plan is for Gridfinity up here, but that may not be 100% necessary now that I'm looking at it. You know, I've got room for the batteries, the lenses. I can put a secondary camera up here. So drawer 2, you know, it's the only drawer that's gonna fit these taller boxes. So that's kind of what my thought is for that, at least. Now I do have a bunch of these drawer pull things that my plan is to just fit those nice and neat into there. I don't want to call it a catch-all, but that's kind of what it's going to end up being, a more organized catch-all. I was kind of stupid and opened up all these bags thinking they were screws for something else. They weren't. So now they're just kind of all thrown about in here. Nonetheless, looking a lot neater than it was before. Now the idea behind these is to hold these NP F970s. So when they're done charging, they can kind of sit up there. So that'll go on the top shelf for batteries that are fully charged. So that pretty much does it for all of the base plates that I currently have printed. Again, not quite sure exactly what's gonna go in all of these drawers. Honestly, I've got a whole bunch of crap here that I've got to figure out. I did want to do a electrical drawer, so I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe this drawer for the electrical drawer, just because it's a little bit taller. I might be able to fit a couple more things in there. But then again, how big is electrical stuff? Maybe in the back of our miscellaneous drawer, we can put stuff like a radius finder. I really don't want it to just be in there, but for some things, does it really make sense to, you know, have a Gridfinity plate for it, or does it just make sense to put it in the bin? I kind of got to think about that too, because not everything is going to need, you know, a bin, technically speaking. Some things will just work going into the drawer. For this thing, do I really need to print out a holder like I did up here? I mean, as neat and cool and organized as this looks, there's already one right here. Like, it comes with one, and I'm missing 90% of the bits for it. So like that realistically can go in there just as it is. It doesn't need to have its own bin. I do need a bunch more of these though. These big bins are handy for things like miscellaneous bolts and stuff like that. I don't love it, but that this is far more useful for stuff like this, so I don't just have random bags laying around. But I am happy that this drawer is looking like it does. Again, not everything is in its permanent home or where it's going to be. I have no idea what this actually is. I printed it out for one reason or another and don't remember what that reason was. And you know, this top is obviously a work in progress too. I did finish printing this out, which is kind of a little SD card holder. It also holds these Canon batteries and then kind of has a secure screw down lid if this thing actually screws on. I haven't tested this yet. This just came off the printer. So yeah, I just printed this. The top doesn't screw on whatsoever. I don't know who designed it, but cool idea in theory, but there's absolutely no clearance left over for it. And yeah, I should have played around with it, scaled it, whatever. I guess that'll work there for batteries and SD cards that are ready. Anything that needs to be charged, obviously can just go right in the charger, but things that are already charged, ready to go, that's not a bad spot for them. Same with this one. Not a bad start for a little charging station, charging area. So I'm gonna get a bunch more of these guys, the bigger boxes, printed out, because I do have a lot of screws, random stuff inside bins like this that need to be put into a home. So that's what I'm gonna call it for this one. I know some of you are gonna be disappointed that we're not finishing the project today, but there's just so much that has to go into it, figure out exactly what I need. There's a ton of base plates that I have to get printed out. And then obviously all of the little bins and figuring things out as far as organization, which drawers are gonna work best for which items. If you want to stay up to date on my little messy shop here and organization project with the Gridfinity, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy this type of content. I will see you guys in the next video, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more progress done with our Gridfinity toolbox. Catch you later.